Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Before His Majesty the Sultan, the ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman to the People's Republic of Bangladesh, takes the oath at office at Al Baraka Palace. His Majesty the Sultan receives at Al Baraka Palace the credentials of ambassadors of the People's Republic of China, the People's Republic of Senegal, and the United Arab Emirates. The tender board awards a number of development projects worth more than 100 million Omani riyals. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Before His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Excellency Jamil bin Haji bin Ismail al-Balushi, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman to the People's Republic of Bangladesh, took the oath of office at Al Baraka Palace this morning. The oath-taking ceremony was attended by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamid al-Busaidi, Foreign Minister. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq received this morning at Al Baraka Palace the credentials of His Excellency Liu Jian, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of His Excellency Xi Jinping, President of the People's Republic of China, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Ibrahima Sak, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of His Excellency Bashir Jumaye Faye, President of the Republic of Senegal, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. Their Excellencies, the ambassadors, conveyed the greetings of their country's leaders to His Majesty the Sultan expressing their honor and pleasure and presenting their credentials to His Majesty. Their Excellencies affirmed their keenness and a firm determination to strengthen relations of cooperation, partnership, and investments in all fields in the service of mutual interest. His Majesty the Sultan welcomed the ambassadors, expressing his thanks and appreciation to the leaders of their countries for their greetings and offered his best wishes of success in carrying out their duties. His Majesty assured the ambassadors that they would receive a full support from the government and the people, enabling them to carry out their work with flexibility and ease and achieve their desired goals. The credentials presentation ceremony was attended by His Excellency, the Minister of the Diwan of Royal Court, His Excellency, the Foreign Minister, Major General, the Commander of the Royal Guard of Oman, His Excellency, the Chief of the Royal Protocol, and His Majesty's the Sultan's military escorts. The tender board awarded a number of projects and agreements worth more than 100 million Omani riyals. The awarded projects included a 4-year government software license agreement with Oracle worth more than 33 million Omani riyals. The project also included the paving of the Sih Green Road, Al-Aqida, Al-Salil and Al-Bulletin roads in the Wilaya of Al-Kabil in North Al-Sharqiya Governorate, with a total value exceeding 12 million Omani riyals. Another awarded project relates to the construction of an asphalt road in the Wilaya of Dhank in Al-Dhahira Governorate, with a total value exceeding 8 million Omani riyals. The project also included the dualization of the Dibba Road in Musandam Governorate, in addition to a number of other projects in the health, education and transportation sectors. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed Al Sakri, Minister of Economy, Chairman of the Tender Board. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received Admiral Edward Algrren, Senior Advisor to the UK Ministry of Defence for the Middle East and North Africa. At the beginning of the meeting, His Excellency welcomed the guest and reviewed the bilateral relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the United Kingdom. The two sides also discussed ways to enhance joint cooperation between the two countries and reviewed developments on the regional and international arenas. The guest expressed his utmost appreciation for the diplomatic efforts made by the Sultanate of Oman to bring views closer on many issues of common interest. The meeting was attended by Her Excellency, the British Ambassador to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamid Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, continued his discussions with the counterparts from Arab and friendly nations to address regional tensions stemming from Israel's primitive strikes on Iran and Iran's retaliatory response amid the ongoing escalation of the crisis that erupted last Friday. These talks come as part of Oman's intensified diplomatic efforts to contain the regional escalation. His Excellency the Foreign Minister stressed the need to halt this tragic war, which threatens regional security, calling for more diplomatic pressure to revive the political track. Within the same context, the Foreign Ministry continues its efforts to protect Omani citizens in conflict zones by coordinating evacuation operations and ensuring their safe return. The ministry renewed its call for citizens to avoid areas of tension and to cooperate and communicate with the authorities for necessary support through the announced hotlines at the ministry's operations center and Oman's embassies in Tehran and neighboring countries. Intense Israeli airstrikes have killed 585 people and wounded 1,326 others across Iran, as well as reported today by Iran's Ministry of Health. The Israeli Emergency Department reported on the same day that Iranian attacks had resulted in 24 deaths and over 1,300 injuries in Israel. The aerial conflict between the two countries escalated after Israel's surprise airstrikes on Iran on June 15th. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has rejected U.S. President Donald Trump's demand for surrender, according to state media. He also warned the United States against military intervention, saying it would cause irreparable damage. The Sultanate of Oman has reaffirmed its unwavering stance on the principles underpinning the anti-personnel mine ban, announcing it has fulfilled all obligations under Article 5 of the treaty. The statement came during Oman's participation in the 12th preparatory session of the convention in Geneva, where it stressed its support for civilian protection and international cooperation on mine clearance. Oman's delegation was led by the permanent representative to the United Nations, His Excellency Ambassador Idris Abdurrahman Al-Khanjari, who delivered Oman's statement during the opening session of the meetings. He reiterated the country's firm position on the treaty's core principles and its full commitment to implementing the convention's provisions and cooperating with its enforcement mechanisms. The Ministry of Defense also took part in the meeting through a technical delegation as discussions focused on the upcoming Siam REAP ANCO 2025-2029 action plan. Oman's participation reflects its long-standing humanitarian stance and dedication to a mine-free world. The Sultanate of Oman has condemned the systematic practices carried out by Israeli occupation forces in the Palestinian territories, which have extensively targeted civilians' infrastructure. The statement came during Oman's participation in the 59th session of the Human Rights Council in Geneva. Sarah Abdullah Al-Balushi, First Secretary at Oman's permanent delegation to the UN, voiced appreciation for the Commission of Inquiry's report, despite Israel's refusal to allow on-site inspections. She highlighted the report's documentation of grave violence, including the destruction of schools, religious sites, and cultural institutions acts she described as a war of extermination and an attempt to erase Palestinian identity. Oman reaffirms its rejection of efforts to displace Palestinians and called for their right to self-determination and recognition of their legitimate national rights. Israeli gunfire and strikes killed at least 140 people across Gaza in the past 24 hours, while attention shifted to the air war between Israel and Iran. At least 40 of total number killed in the past day died as a result of Israeli gunfire and airstrikes today. The deaths included the latest in near-daily killings of Palestinians seeking aid in the 3 weeks since Israel partially lifted a total blockade on the territory. Separate airstrikes on homes in Maghazi refugee camp, the Zaytun neighborhood, and the Gaza city killed at least 21 people, while 5 others were killed in an airstrike on an encampment in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. 14 more people were killed in Israeli fire at crowds of displaced Palestinians awaiting aid trucks brought in by the United Nations along the Salahuddin Road in central Gaza. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Ministry of Social Development today launched the Ayadi platform for volunteer work. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation organized the first annual forum. The forum aimed to enhance partnership and integration between the education and industry sectors through the exchange of expertise in various fields. The event's agenda included several visual presentations on the most important joint initiatives and projects and their impact on achieving comprehensive education, sustainable learning, and research that supports the building of a knowledge-based society with competitive national capabilities. The forum was held under the patronage of Her Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al-Mahrouki, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. The Ministry of Social Development today launched the Ayadi platform for volunteer work. The platform aims to promote the culture of volunteer work and its management and organization with high professional and efficiency. By providing a supportive digital environment and creating a unified database and statistics on volunteer work and volunteers in the Sultanate of Oman. The Ayadi platform is the first digital platform dedicated to promoting and organizing volunteer work in the Sultanate of Oman. It is a translation of Oman's Vision 2040, which prioritizes welfare and social protection. The platform will contribute to providing renewed and diverse volunteer opportunities that enhance the values of positive participation, a sense of belonging, and community solidarity. The launch was held under the patronage of His Excellency Sayyid Saud bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Governor of Muscat. A specialized medical team from the hand surgery department at Hola Hospital successfully performed a rare and complex surgical procedure to reattach a patient's hand along with the two fingers that had also been severed from the same arm. The patient is a resident who had sustained a work-related injury. The operation, which lasted 14 continuous hours, included stabilizing the bones, sorting out the affected microvascular vessels, and removing damaged tissue. The surgery then meticulously connected the serrated and ligaments and arteries to ensure blood flow to the reattached limb and ensure its ability to gradually regain movement and function. The Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry witnessed economic activity and institutional development over the past year through the launch of several initiatives aimed at improving the business environment and expanding economic diversification and adopting digital solutions. During the Ordinary General Assembly meeting, the Chamber emphasized its pivotal role in serving the private sector by representing it locally and internationally, strengthening communication channels with the government and state institutions, supporting small and medium enterprises, and developing the economy of a governorate by activating the role of branches and offering initiatives tailored to each governorate. The meeting revealed the Chamber's effort to support national projects, activate governance tools, and enhance the investment environment. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Faisal bin Abdullah Al Rawas, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Knowledge Oasis Muscat, the technological arm of the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates Madayin, successfully localized 27 projects last year with total investments exceeding 28 million Omani riyals. This brings the cumulative investment volume to over 312 million Omani riyals. More on the following report.
In line with efforts to position the Sultanate of Oman as a modern knowledge-based economy characterized by diversity, prosperity, and sustainability, Knowledge Oasis Muscat, the technological arm of the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates, Madayin, successfully localized 27 new projects last year. These projects attracted over 28 million Omani riyals in investment, covering a total area of 48,000 square meters. The cumulative investment volume at Knowledge Oasis Muscat has now exceeded 312.5 million Omani riyals. The number of projects hosted at the Oasis has surpassed 200, spread across nearly 760,000 square meters of developed space. As part of its future development plans, Medine aims to implement several strategic projects at the Oasis, including a multi-level parking facility and a solar power generation plant. In addition, a field test was conducted to evaluate the accuracy of a tablet device used in advanced geographic information systems for surveying and mapping infrastructure. The Oasis also partnered with Drone First to pilot a building cleaning initiative using drones, supporting smart solutions that attract foreign investment and enhance the national economy. Through Knowledge Oasis Muscat, Medine continues to attract companies looking to expand or relocate operations to Oman, while supporting startups and SMEs focused on technology development. The initiative also fosters collaboration between academia and industry, aiming to build a knowledge-sharing ecosystem that aligns with Oman Vision 2040.
From coastal plains to cool mountain peaks, Oman's fruit and vegetable farming is thriving thanks to the nationwide support and ideal growing conditions. Here's a closer look at how the Sultanate is turning its diverse geography into a fruitful future. More details in the following report.
Fruit and vegetables farming is thriving across Oman with the support from the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources through technical guidance, model farms and financial aid to enhance food security. Across the governorates, farmers grow a wide variety of fruits. In Al-Batina, Al-Buraymi, Al-Zahira and North Al-Sharqiyya, popular crops include mangoes, bananas, grapes, papayas, guavas, watermelons, figs and the tropical plum. In the far, the Kharif season allows for coconuts, pomegranates and bananas. Meanwhile, Jabal al-Akhdhar's cool climate supports apples, peaches, plums, cherries, olives and even blueberries. To encourage farmers and promote knowledge exchange, the ministry organizes seasonal festivals such as the Grape Festival, offering a platform to celebrate achievements and share practical experiences.
And I traveled all the way from Muscat today to come to Madaibi to find all of these amazing grapes made by Omani farmers and grown right here locally. I am obsessed with food, obsessed with my fruits, and anything that is locally made has my heart. So I'm willing to travel wherever. I attended the conference and I was here super early to purchase all of my grapes before they disappeared. And I'm impressed by all the varieties, and I just love to see that Omanis are growing incredible produce and that we actually have this available, and I hope to see inshallah a lot more around the country.
My grapes growing project in Falaj Bani Rabi'a, Wilayat Al-Khabura, started in 2022. We grow Omani red and white grapes with international types, alhamdulillah.
This growing diversity in crops not only strengthens food production but also positions Oman as a promising destination for agritourism and sustainable farming innovation. Omani farmers are in action, turning soil into success. Standing here with a farming tool in hand, you can feel it. Oman's farms aren't just growing fruits, they are growing futures. This is where tradition meets transformation, and every field proudly whispers, the best is yet to grow. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, South Al-Batina Governorate.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, hear the main points once again. Before His Majesty the Sultan, the ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman to the People's Republic of Bangladesh, takes the oath at office at Al Baraka Palace. His Majesty the Sultan receives at Al Baraka Palace the credentials of the ambassadors of the People's Republic of China, the Republic of Senegal, and the United Arab Emirates. The tender board awards a number of development projects worth more than 100 million Omani riyals. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.